Good morning, students. This is Sheba. Now we are going to discuss about the medical electronics, Unit 2, biochemical and non-electrical parameter measurement. In this unit, we are going to discuss about pH, PO2, PCO2, calorimeter, blood flow meter, cardiac output, respiratory blood pressure, temperature, and pulse measurement, along with blood cell counters. Before going into the topic of discussion, first let us get a brief intro of what is meant by this biochemical testing. It is nothing but measuring the amount or activity of a particular enzyme or protein in a sample of blood or urine or other tissues from the body. Biochemical test or the test used for the identification of bacteria species based on the differences in the biochemical activities of different bacteria that are formed inside the body. Here you can see the application sectors where we apply these biochemical measurements. In blood pressure, temperature, pulse, every sensing of the diseases includes this biochemical measurement. In simple, these biochemical measurements involve measuring the chemical parameters based on the fluid contents like blood, urine present inside the body. Moving to the first topic, pH measurement. The pH of the solution is the measure of the molar concentration of hydrogen ions in the solution, and as such is a measure of the acidity or basicity of the solution. pH refers power of hydrogen, and numerical value of this pH is just the negative of the power of 10 of the molar concentration of H plus ions. You can see the pH scale, which includes the acidic, caustic as well as the neutral level. pH value is 7 is said to be the neutral value. In order to calculate this pH of aqueous solution, you need to know the concentration of hydronium ion in moles per liter, that is molarity. The pH is then calculated using the expression pH is equal to minus log of H3O plus. When this pH value differs from 7, if it increases, it refers to the alkaline value. If it decreases below 7, it is said to be acidic condition. Moving to the construction of pH meter, here you can see the pH meter with key parts marked clearly. Solution being tested is given along with the glass electrode consisting of a thin layer of silica glass containing metal salts, inside which there is a potassium chloride solution, and an internal electrode made from silver chloride along with hydrogen ions formed in the test solution interact with the outer and inner surface of the glass. The meter measures the difference in voltage between the two sides of the glass and covers this potential difference into pH reading. Reference electrode act as a baseline or a reference for the measurement, and here both silver as well as the glass electrode is used for measuring purposes. So this is the general view of how pH meter looks. It is just like a pin-like structure which is dipped into the liquid. In the edge it is given glass electrode for sensing the liquid. Moving to the PO2 measurement, it is nothing but oxygen partial pressure, that is the tension. This partial oxygen pressure takes place with pulmonary gas exchange influenced by the partial pressure gradient and gas solubilities. Normally, the PO2 in alveoli is 104 mmHg versus 40 mmHg for the deoxygenated blood of the pulmonary arteries. Why we need to measure this PO2? PO2 is the oxygen level, measuring the oxygen level. Yes, we as a human being inhale the oxygen. If the level of this oxygen is not maintained properly, then obviously it results to abnormal conditions. So in order to avoid this PO2 measurements are done. Platinum electrode act as a material because of their high electrical conductivity and resistance to chemical attack. It is mostly used for PO2 measurement. Here you can see clearly the diagrammatic representation of PO2 measurement, in which An aqueous solution which contains oxygen is inserted and a reference anode and naked platinum cathode are suspended in the solution. Between them, a potential difference is generated by a battery which ranges from 600 to 700 millivolt. The oxygen difference takes place based on the equation given here, and due to this chemical reaction that takes place, the electrons that are consumed, and this produced in the silver electrode where silver is oxidized. The resulting silver cations join the chloride in the KCl electrolyte and forms a crust of AgCl, which must be periodically scraped off. So, the flow of electrons through the circuit represents the current which can be measured using a galvanometer, and the rate of reaction therefore governs the magnitude of the current, which is calculated by the formula I is equal to sines of PO2 into PO2 plus I naught, where I is the current running through the circuit and sines of PO2 is the sensitivity of the electrode. PO2 is the partial pressure of the oxygen in the sample, and I naught is the zero current, that is current in the circuit when PO2 is 0 mmHg. Moving to PCO2 measurement, this PCO2 measurement is nothing but measuring the carbon dioxide concentration. Yes, CO2 is the gas which we exhale. If this carbon dioxide concentration is not maintained properly, obviously it also leads to abnormal conditions of the human body. And so, systematic blood pressure was continuously monitored while the systematic arterial PCO2, PO2 and blood pH are measured periodically. During hyperventilation, which lowered arterial PCO2 and increased pH of the blood, the average PO2 decreased in the proportion to the decrease in the arterial PCO2. So, hyperventilation leads to abnormal increase in breathing, and during this process, the rate of removal of the carbon dioxide from the blood gets increased. As the partial pressure of carbon dioxide inside the blood decreases, respiratory alkalosis characterized by decreased acidity or increased alkalinity of the blood ensues. Here you can see the PCO2 measurement technique. PCO2 is decreased during rapid breathing, as I have said earlier. And so, proper measurement of this PCO2, that is CO2, is needed one. Here CO2 permeates the silicon membrane and dissolves in the electrolyte solution trapped in the nylon net, and carbonic acid is produced. A pH change occurs, and this change is measured by the change in potential at the pH sensitive glass membrane. The potential reading is converted into pH value by the Nernst equation, and the pH value is related to partial pressure CO2 in the sample by Hydratension equation. Measurement of this PCO2. Glass electrode plays a major role of measuring this value in a proper way. Moving to calorimeter, a calorimeter is a device that is used in calorimetry. It works on the basis of Beer-Lambert law, which states that the concentration of solute is proportional to the absorbance. That is, when a solute is light is passed through a solute, how much light it gets absorbed. Based on the intensity of the light, we calculate the changes in the parameter. A calorimeter is a light-sensitive device used for measuring the transmittance and the absorbance of light passing through a liquid sample. The device measures the intensity or concentration of the color that develops upon introducing a special reagent into the solution, which you can clearly see. As I have said, based on the Beer-Lambert law, that is, sample concentration is equal to standard concentration into sample reading by reference reading, and absorbance A is calculated using the formula minus log of 1 by T, where T is the transmittance value. Moving to multi-channel calorimeter photometer, it is nothing but array of calorimeter samples are placed in at a time, and a value is measured. Multi-channel calorimeter has a spectral means in which separates lights to be measured into components of different wavelengths. So this is about the PO2, PCO2 and pH measurements along with the calorimetric measurements. Here the important links for reference are also given. So in real time, moving to the real time application, in real time they are all used in major applications like, as I have said, this pH, PO2, PCO2 and calorimeters are very major in calculating the blood chemical variations as well as the chemical variations in the other liquid of the human body for maintaining the proper ambience condition of the human body as well as maintaining us in a normal state. This is about the content of the presentation. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.